know a guy that just recently like passed away. He had to have something wrong with his head too. This dude kind of went on a terrible spree, did a whole bunch of stuff, and he ended up manipulating his best friend and all the other stuff. He manipulated him, got him like drugged up and stuff, and it was a whole thing. At one point in time, matter of fact, it was the dude that I used to live with. Remember that guy? Yeah, man, it was ridiculous, bruh. Like I was living with his best friend, but the dude that ended up passing away, I ain't even too much like him like that. I'm gonna be real with you. Uh, I think he would know why I didn't like him like that because he was around my house 1 o'clock in the morning, looking around in the house stuff like he was a crackhead or something. Then later on, it turned out and find out that this man is a crackhead. And, you know, it was kind of bad, bro. Like, he did that. He did that. And as much as him and his friend would like to deny it, I knew they were smoking that stuff because they ended up saying something about it. One of the guys, because it was like three of us that were roommates. And one of the guys I was living with, he said something about it, and I was like, oh no. Then turn around and there was weird smells coming out of his room, and I'm like, oh no, bro. And I was like, yo, I gotta get up out of here. And I want you to think about this for a second. I have been through a whole bunch of terrible things in my life, and I'm sure you did too. But we don't just walk up to each other and be like, yo, GT. And you be like, what's up, dog? It was like, you been through some horrible stuff. I've been through some horrible stuff. And you go like, yeah, man. Yeah, for real, though. Then you turn around and be like, bruh, let's do crack. Not one time have we ever had a discussion like that before, have we? Who in the right mind says crack is the answer to all your problems in life, bro? Whoever you are, if you are watching the stream one day and you have like that problem, I want you to tell your problem to the world. I want to hear how bad your problems in life that are in your life, that you have had in your life, that makes you just say, you know what, I'm gonna do crack. I just want to know, because I don't believe that there's a single soul on this planet that would agree with that. Not unless they're just junkies, bro. It's just horrible, bro. But yeah, man, they was actually doing that. That was the main reason I moved out of the house. It was terrible, bro. Like yo, like at 1 minute the house was beautiful, it was clean, it was sanctified, it's a great looking house. And then next thing you know, it just looked like a trap house, bro. And I was like, wow, bro, like what? I'll never forget that. Never will. I will never should forget that. Because as soon as I found out what was going on, I was out of the house like that. I had to leave, bruh. Because then I'm not even going to start on this thing, man. This man was like $2,000 in debt on his bills, water and electric. And I didn't know when I moved in, but then I found out when I moved in. This man didn't say anything. So I'm like, nah, bro. Nah. Like, I guess he was just looking for people to just, like, pay his debts and stuff while he go mess himself up or whatever. Which is weird, bro, because you would think, like, he would actually care about his own self-well-being and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm here to say, bro. That guy right there, he had to have mental issues too, bro. Him and his best friend, bro. Both those dudes had to have some kind of like issue. But the guy that mainly had the problem, he dead now. He overdosed and gone. You should never let your life issues get you to the point where you're so chronically depressed that you say, hey man, a drug gives me a way out. Even though it alters your reality, sooner or later, it's going to alter your reality so much you're going to need it to keep in that reality. While you destroy yourself, you're going to be destroying your mind and your body all together. It's a terrible thing. Because if the man wasn't addicted to drugs, maybe he would have been like a productive like member of society. Like, I don't care if you do weed or something, right? I don't care about weed. I don't care about alcohol. Like, you gotta be the dumbest person in the world to kill yourself from alcohol. And you gotta be the stupidest person in the world to kill yourself from weed. So I don't see anybody killing themselves on either one of those. But everything else you can kill yourself on, man. You can overdose on these things. Oh yeah, and let me say this. You can't kill yourself on dabs either. But everything else, bro, like, I don't understand, bro. Why would you do this? You're going to introduce that stuff into your system so many times that you get used to it, to the fact that you need something else to get an extra boostification of a high. That together, all in itself, is an illness in your head in general. People need to get that stuff checked out and worked on too. Because you got to understand, like, whatever you got going on here, what about everybody that's around you, man? What kind of example you setting for kids? What kind of example or what kind of statement are you leaving to your friends and your family? Like, what about those who depended on you? And what about those who look up to you? Because oddly enough, there are people that look up to everybody in the world, bruh. Even you and me. You know what I mean? And I consider myself to be scum on the bottom of the, like, societal shoe. Alright? But there are people that actually look up to me, man. And it make me feel good about myself when I think about it from time to time. So it should do the same for you, man. The people that you like motivate or you give life to or you helped along the way and stuff. Like, I don't see why you would destroy yourself in order to like feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? It's a terrible thing, bro. It's like, this is what I mean, like, people with mental illnesses, like, genuinely don't speak out about their mental illnesses because they're afraid of how they'll be accepted or how they'll be seen, or somebody will say, nah, you just lying, you faking it, and all this other stuff, or things like that, bro. Like, you gotta have some type of care in your heart, bro, to actually sit down and listen. And that's the thing about this world today, bro. People don't want to sit down and listen to other people, and therefore they like force people to go out there in the world and deal with things on their own accord. Like, what if one day you send this person out there that was asking you for help and they really needed you, and then next thing you know they just up and die or something? Or maybe they get involved in something they shouldn't have been involved in, all because they were using that all as a coping mechanism because nobody actually cared for them or sat down and had a conversation with them or gave them like any like insight. And that's an important thing. People just don't care anymore. People just like toss people out there to the wind. They treat them like this is Dark Souls, my dude. And if you ever play Dark Souls, they just be like, okay, basically this is your character. You made your character. What you got in the burial thing, that's what you get up with. And you're basically going to go through life like this, all right? Now it's up to you to figure out what you need to do. And we just told you like simple button presses and things like that. And you can't even get past the first boss sometimes, right? And not everybody that's skilled in life to get past the first hurdle, bruh. People need help, but people don't ever want to like help. People always willing to like, oh yeah, when I helped you, and then they bring it up in your face. Like when you help somebody, you don't help people because you like want them to feel bad about themselves every time they see you or something. Remember, you're always in debt to me and stuff for helping you. No, that's not how that works. Helping people comes from the heart, man. Just like listening comes from the heart. When you truly listen to a person, right? When you truly listen to a person, you can feel it on the inside. You know they're listening to you. You listening to them. Because when a person's talking, sometimes it might be coming from their heart. Not from their mouth, but from their heart. And it's hard for people to open up out here, you know what I mean? Because of that. It's sad, bro, but it's the truth, bro. It's like one of the saddest things out here. People don't know when somebody's speaking from the heart. Instead of speaking from the heart, they feel like they're just speaking just to speak. Like you're not talking just to talk. You're talking for somebody to listen to you, but hopefully listen to you not with their brain, but with their heart. That's what's wrong with the world today, and that's why we have so many people out here struggling with mental illness and things like that. It's really sad because they don't have anybody there to like care about them.
Yeah.
See what happens with children when they don't really get that much attention. And nowadays we got Instagram, we got like Facebook, we got like all sorts of platforms of social media that a kid will see somebody on social media doing something and they feel like they can do it too because they feel like it's cool, and then they get that all that them likes and all that stuff. But what it's doing is like it's building their self-esteem, but it's building it the wrong way. Like they're not trying to spend time with their family, they're trying to spend time with these people that they don't know on the internet. And that's really bad, bro. Like I can understand doing it for like if it's your job or it's a hobby of yours and stuff like that, but they take it and they give it to the people of the world a little bit too much, bro. Like some of these kids these days, they twerking on the internet, and it can be a pedophile watching them on the internet. There's somebody that's screwed up in the head too, that's watching this child twerk on the internet. Just like when people not realizing, like you post a kid on the internet or social media, they can target that kid because they see it. Like maybe that kid's butt ugly, bro. Maybe that kid got problems with them being butt ugly. You know how many kids think that they're ugly? They really do, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Little kids are the most honest people in the world. And if a little kid call you ugly, bro, you ugly. All right, you not just a messed up looking person. You ugly. If a kid call you stupid, bro, it's because they feel like you're stupid, bro. And that's one thing in the world, bro. Kids are not used to being bullied no more because they don't have their parents standing up for them or teaching them how to stand up for themselves. These kids getting cyberbullied now and they commit suicide and stuff. It's messed up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kid call you ugly, bro. You gonna go home? You sit down. You gonna actually look in the mirror one time, bro. I did it. Kid said that about me one time, and I was like, man, let me go look at myself in the mirror real fast, bro. Yeah. I'm keeping it real, bro. Look, kid called me ugly, and I walked into the bathroom, looked at myself in the mirror, and I was just like, "Am I ugly, bro?" It was like, "Am I really ugly, bro?" Like I had to look at myself, cause the kid called me ugly. And the thing is, because kids are brutally honest, bro. But kids are gonna also be funny, bro. And I hate to tell that kid this, bro. Cause I really wanted to say this, bro. I want to go say that, man, I'm not the ugly one, man. You need to look at your daddy over there. And you need to look at yourself. but but this little Negro here, man, he made me think about it. He made me look at myself, bro. I was like, what? Am I truly ugly or am I not ugly? That is the question. But it all boils down to this one thing, bro. Kids just do things sometimes, just do things. And that brings back to my first thing, bro. Like, yo, you never know exactly who's watching or who you being a role model for or who needs help, bro. You don't know neither one of these things, none of that stuff. It just all unfolds slowly, bro. You know what I mean? Cause it's life. I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to get deep and stuff.
I mean, I'm just letting you talk. I mean, don't worry. Cause it gives the people a perspective. Especially the kind of streamers, so they know what they need to know and what things they get.
Yeah, man. What they need to know is they need to know Charles Valda was looking at them while I was fighting him, man. And he was like, what are you struggling with, man? He wanted to know. But I was like, nah, man, Charles gonna tell everybody because you see how loud he is. So I had to take him out. I had to send him to the wall, bro. He gonna tell everybody. That's another thing, bro. You don't want everybody and anybody into your business in life, bro. You don't want that. Like, you can't just walk up and tell everybody, yo, I'm about to do so well in life right now. I'm at a job where I'm making like $5,000 a day. You know what I mean? As soon as you say something like that, guess what? You're probably gonna get robbed or something. And that's the thing, man. Like, when you have joy in your heart, bro, keep it to yourself, bro. You only tell people that you're really close to. And that's where family comes in. But not all your family. Just the main piece of your family. Tell them when you got something good. Because they are literally going to be genuinely happy for you. Tell your friends that are actually your friends. And I know I'm saying the word actually. Because there's actual friends and there are people who are just not really your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So an actual friend will be happy for you. But a non-actual friend will just be like, oh, that nigga didn't deserve it. That nigga didn't need that. That's all. They'll just do stuff like that. And people are more careful about who they included in their circles, bro. They probably wouldn't be going around as like a walking joke to people. You know what I mean? Some people keep you in their circle because you're a walking joke to them. And they find it funny. They see you struggle with all your mental hang-ups and your physical hang-ups, and they want to be better than you, and they always have you around to laugh at, so it makes them feel better about themselves. They belittle you in order to make it somewhere. That's the same as when you're dating somebody and things like that. You're dating somebody, they belittle you, make you feel bad like you're not worth anything. You need to leave that person. You need to leave them people. All those types of people, even if it's your family, leave them alone because those people are not going to serve any good for you, man. They just want to look at you and watch you struggle and never reach out and try to help you out. It's important to like make sure that you know that, because if you do really have a mental hang up out here, that's only going to serve to make it worse. Don't listen, like I'm gonna say this too. Don't listen to everything you listen to on the radio too, man. Don't listen to every type of a rap song every type of rock song, no matter what type of song that you listen to, some songs channel some type of like energy that just goes through your day. You ever listen to like a song and it has some depressing stuff in it and be like, man, that's some hurtful thing. You ever done that before? Cause that right there, that right there can mess up people too. Cause some people will actually think that's them on that song, bro. Like I said about schizophrenia, people with schizophrenia will believe that type of stuff, and they'll incorporate that into their life. They'll be like, "Oh, this girl used to listen to this one song, bro. This Billie English." Of course, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. This was a white girl I used to mess with too. Alright? But she used to listen to Billie English and she heard the song. Yeah. You laughing because you know what I'm talking about. So there's a couple of songs that Billie English wrote, bruh, and it was a couple of videos that she had that really like made her even worse than what she was after she watched them. It was terrible, right? And she was heavily influenced by this woman's words and stuff. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you talking about right now? She was like, well, I feel like I'm the bad guy, this and that, and all this other stuff. And that's one of the songs, The Bad Guy, I think. And I'm over here like, it clearly is not about what you think it is. Like, this woman is over here painting a straight up metaphorical like picture and painting of everything that's terrible about herself. That's why she's calling herself the bad guy if you listen to the song. And then she was like, no, it's not about that. It's about doing bad things for reasons that you feel are good. I was like, no, that's stupid. I was telling her this stuff, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like, even she listened to Taylor Swift a lot too, and that's another thing. Don't listen to Taylor Swift, y'all. If you know somebody that's listening, yeah, bro. If you know somebody that listens to Taylor Swift, get away from them. Those are the craziest people you would ever meet. Those are the real people with the real mental issues, bro. There's no way that girl is straight up sunshine and rainbows and then straight goes up to like thuggish mode and all this other stuff. There's no way she just straight up hit a straight up Harley Quinzel out of nowhere. Alright? There's no way out of it. Like, yo, if you know a girl or a guy, because I know a guy that listens to Taylor Swift too. If you know a girl or a guy that listens to Taylor Swift, get out of there, man. Get out of there. Alright? I'm warning you. Like, people that listen to Taylor Swift are the worst of the worst. And they might have a whole bunch of problems they need to, like, work on themselves about. Alright? Stay away. I'm actually, like, what I'm gonna do with this stream, man, because this stream is really an okay and informative thing, I feel. I'm going to like post this to YouTube. Probably gonna post the whole thing to YouTube. Well, maybe not the whole thing. Probably like this section right here, because I think me and you are just like what, sitting down talking and stuff. Yeah, we just sit here talking. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna just sit out here and like cut this one in half and put it to YouTube so you can see the other stuff I was saying about like how people don't have that many people to like channel themselves with or vent with or talk to their mental or about their mental hangups and all their flaws and things like that, man. Like, this type of stuff is what's really eating at the core of these types of people in order for them to have an outbreak or them to like lose it or to actually like develop a mental illness. Because the more you hold on to things and the more you hold on to things in your heart and nobody was willing to listen to it, because in this generation and in this decade that we're facing, we got the most I don't care people in the world right now. And if people took time to listen to other people, you could prevent people from like losing it. Like, check on your friends, talk to your family, do all that stuff. If you do that, you could probably save someone, or you could probably prevent some type of hang up for someone. It's the most logical thing that you could possibly do. If you can't help someone by actually extending your hand, then they might need some real counseling. Or if the counseling doesn't work and they end up like shooting up an entire school or doing something like that or some drastic stuff, man, it probably is like too late for them, alright? Some people like do that type of stuff because it's way too late for them. And that's the thing, man. Like, these people wouldn't have all these crazy things about them if people tried to help them a little further. Somebody told them that certain things was a good idea, and those types of people need to be cut out of their lives, because some people are actually about that life, man. Some people will sit up here and say, I'll beat everybody up in this room right now, right? But then you got some people that will stand up and actually beat everybody in that room, or try to beat everybody in that room. That one person that was just saying it, man, they ain't really about it. It's like, I hate to bring it up like this because it's a soft topic for most people, but it kind of deals with mental illness too. Suicide. Some people will try to commit suicide because certain things hurt them, or certain things like stab them in the back really badly, or it's painful stuff. Alright? But it's because they've been dealing with it and it's been on the inside for the longest of time, and nobody was around to talk to them about it, or nobody wanted to listen to it, that they end up committing suicide or trying to. Some people will say that they're going to commit suicide just for attention. I actually like ran into this problem in high school where there was a person that said they were going to commit suicide, and they never attempted to commit suicide because they were too afraid to die. Alright? A true person that's really taking a whole bunch of pain in, they ain't afraid to lie, well, not to lie, but to die. Alright? They ain't afraid to lie down in the ditch and to be dead, bro. They'll do it. If they actually about that action, they're going to do it. But you should never take suicide lightly, man. If somebody is saying they're going to commit suicide, man, first thing you need to do is try to talk them out of it. The second thing you need to do is you need to call somebody immediately, man, because you might be saving a life, alright? Oh, man. I hope you ain't crying, man. But I just wanted to take time out to talk about all the stuff that I've like seen and I dealt with, and what I seen from people and stuff. In my case, I had dealt with a terrible ex. The final girl that I dated in 2020. Alright? Now I am really gonna be doing research on each one of the women I date from now on. Like, yo, like, I'm gonna be asking important questions. I'm also gonna be checking out who they hang with, man, because that's important too. To make sure that I don't suffer like I suffered then. That was bad stuff, man. And her family should have did like things for her instead of like looking for answers or throwing her to somebody else, so they wouldn't be her, well, she wouldn't be their problem anymore. They cast off that girl just to cast her off. Cast out into the wilds and let her get involved with all sorts of things. And she's diagnosed with schizophrenia. You know? I knew people that tried to commit suicide or whatever. One person tried to commit and failed. And the other person, well, I ain't know him like that, but he just killed himself. He was really about that life. He probably didn't have too many people that would listen to him about his life. The other one had enough people, but they were going through so much stuff at the time that they felt like it was the right thing to do. It's a lot of stuff I done seen. There's a lot of stuff I know too. And one thing is, man, turning to like stuff like drugs and all that, they'll only give you a temporary way out of everything, a reality that's distorted. Alright? Now, you one of those people that like to just do drugs, to do drugs or whatever, fine, just do that stuff. But don't do it to the point that you hurt everybody else around you. Take a good look at everything that you probably are hurting. Because you might be doing some mental harm to other people, and that's another thing. People can do mental harm to other people when they have mental issues. Some people actually get off on that type of stuff. You need to look out for that. But I just hope you guys understand. GT, man, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think I'm gonna cut the stream now. But you guys can check me out on YouTube or here on Twitch when I stream. I would love to be interactive with like other people and hopefully get some followers and stuff. And if you hit me up or send me a whisper on here, I'll probably like you know what I'm saying, talk about whatever you want to talk about, or we can hunt together, play Final Fantasy 14 together. I don't care, man. I'm literally like level 80 on my item level. I finally got my item level to like 502, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream.